you're clearly good parents. Your girls were, I'm sure you were doing a great job raising them. It's just that brain at that age,
Right.
when seduced by somebody who is a master manipulator. What do you hope comes out of all of this?
Let me address the living, right?
Please.
It's not, I mean, you gotta be clear with, they're not living like everybody wanna put out in the media and get this concept that they're living this luxurious life, because that's far from the truth. If you look, these young ladies are wearing the same clothes, each other outfits. He keep them the same weight so they can switch the same bags, the same clothes. It's no luxury. They not living in. They don't have no aftercare package. Nothing going in their favor. But the world keep thinking that our daughter's up and left, or Kelly wrote a check. He couldn't write me a check big enough. You know, my daughter Faith was already her Faith. She was gonna be as big as she was gonna be with or without him. So he couldn't give up nothing. And most of these families, especially us, we don't have nothing to hide. That's why you know he can't get us with saying anything about we sold our daughters. That's just for the world to kill that rumor, because that's a ridiculous rumor.
And have them
for
say
anybody
anything.
to say. You know, we don't. The man haven't offered anything to us, and he haven't offered anything to our children. My daughter haven't probably drove since she left, and she been driving since she was 15. So, what type of lifestyle is that for a teenager who I know love to drive and don't drive?
When you've spoken to the girls, the last time that you spoke to your girls, what did they tell you about why they weren't coming home?
It's prison calls, 10-second calls.
We don't.
We don't know.
Well,
They have you forced to, Mr. Kelly would have them to say certain things and then ask a question and then hang up the phone. So it's a hostage situation. He forced them to say whatever he wants them to say.
Well, my experience with it is a little different. My thing is, I think they had the same experience as well, speaking for both of them. If we could have a conversation, we probably could. If we was more compliant, like all these other parents that in the past have been submissive to his command. My daughter told us, my family, that to love her, we have to love him. That's unacceptable. So therefore, that kind of ended. We couldn't even begin to try to play the role like we could love him, because you can't say his name, you can't talk about anything that got to do with him, or that's when a phone call in immediately, not no later, nothing. As soon as you say something that's not how you doing, everything okay, this and that, and they all say the same routine.
Right.
We good. Oh, I'm in love. He take care of us. That's it. That's
Daddy.
the same thing.
They call him Daddy.
He strictly told me, I talked to R. Kelly personally, he strictly told me it wasn't time for me to talk to my daughter. And after that, he hung up the phone because I wouldn't go by whatever his wishes were.
He told you guys, I understand, to trust the process?
Yes.
Oh, we have
trust
that many
the
times, not
process.
directly from his manager.
I heard this from him.
What is he, Sam Hinkie? I mean, what does he mean by that?
He means that we can't see our daughter unless we cooperate with whatever he got going on. And that's not the case here with us. We're not going to cooperate with him. We want our kids back to get them evaluated, to make sure their health is in good condition and move forward. And whatever the law decides to do, that's what happens. That's what we're waiting on. We have to move forward in a fashion to where we can get these girls out and have the justice from the law enforcement to do their job and help get our girls back.
And I just want to add that I'm not proud of the Me Too movement. The Me Too movement is more domestic violence, and not to undermine any of those people who have really experienced that, but we're dealing with a narcissistic predator.
Right.
And it is a modern day cult.
How is he escaping justice? I don't understand. It's infuriating. Why do you think that is?
It's infuriating because we need everybody, and I mean everybody, that claim to be a victim to give all the truth.
Right.
See, without all the truth, he feel he gonna always have an escape route, so he don't fear. You put all the truth out there, and he don't have no more holes to hide from.
And that was the purpose of starting
And
the
that's
hotline.
that's the whole thing. I mean, we just need all the truth. We need the real truth to come out of how vicious and how sick this man really is, so that everybody can know now that, okay, he is the problem. He was the problem the whole time. It wasn't the young ladies. It wasn't the families they come from. It wasn't they was dressed too inappropriate. None of this. All that is ridiculous. These are young kids that got ripped, stole, deprived of their young adulthood. And that's it. And he break them down. He build them back up the way he want. And he steal everything who they was from them.
Yeah, he tells them to forget everything.
So, you know, my
done.
daughter, last time I think we talked to her, she said she didn't even want to be in the music. That's all she ever knew.
Right. My daughter's the same way.
Because if somebody tell you that you're not good enough, and you're not good enough, and you break them, that's it.
It sounds like a cult, and you know, I've never been a mother, but I am a father, and you guys just must want to destroy this man.
Yeah, we're gonna do everything we can by law, legally, to make sure that we bring justice for our girls and bring them home so they can get evaluated and get help. That's the most important thing. We got to help these girls in the house, because when I say these girls, it's more than just our daughters, that other parents are not speaking out. And that's what we need, like Mr. Clary said. We need everyone to come forth and speak out. If their daughter's in the house right now, we need to hear from you. You need to call the hotline. You need to call follow the hashtag, friend tell a friends. We set all this up so we can hear from other parents, other victims, because there's other people there.
Well, that in essence, to say it's been plenty of victims, but a lot of them have took settlements, you know, so they had no intentions of coming out.
Right.
Once they take the settlements, the case is sealed. So a lot of these girls have been under 16 in the past.
It's been proven. Lawyers already have signed off on documentation.
They need to go in there with the SWAT team to wherever the harem main spot is, and they need to free your girls. I don't know why this exists. If this were a different kind of cult, it would not.
Because you know why?
The age. They say the age, but it's no age. It's no. I don't care if she was 8 or 18 or older. It's no age limit in somebody doing to our girls what he's doing to them.
It's the now. So he feel like he outweighed them, like the same way it was open dialogue with us. Mm-hmm. It was all that till my daughter turned 18.
Right.
You know, then the whole program changed. That's what he do. And they start stripping her from there and of everything she know. So you ask yourself this: what's the odds of, let's say, a number of 20 young women from the age of 14 to 19 to all of them deal with this one man, and all of them hate their parents, hate their lifestyle, don't want no friends, love living on a bus? That's what America got to ask themselves when they put up foolish comments and foolish responses to say these girls want to be there.
And support his concerts. It's horrible.
How would you want to be there?
How can anybody support him? How can the people?
I've seen a line of 300 cars, and I'm not exaggerating. When it was in Atlanta, Georgia, I was out there. I stood out there, me and my wife. We saw the line. People were saying things, oh, she's grown, she's this. We heard it all. And they have no compassion, no whatsoever what's going on. We have been in the media from day one. And I'm telling you, people do not care. It's time to take a stand now to help these girls and get the real truth out.